his 23 years in power, former Tunisian President Zain El Abidine Ben Ali cracked down on opposition groups, including proponents of Islamic rule. But with Mr. Ben Ali now gone, Rachid Ghannouchi, the leader of the banned Islamist Ennahda party, has returned to Tunisia after 22 years of exile. At the airport, he greeted his supporters and brushed stereotypes aside.
The Islamic movements run from Osama bin Laden to Recep Tayyip Erdogan. So why does the media want to make me look like a bin Laden or Khomeini when I'm more like Erdogan?
Public opinion in Tunisia is mixed on the issue.
Ghannouchi's ideology is extremist, and if we choose him, it will be like choosing another Ben Ali.
Neither Ben Ali nor Habib Bourguiba gave the Islamists a chance. Why not give them a chance now?
Mr. Ben Ali branded Ennahda an Islamic terrorist group, but some scholars see it as more moderate. Walid Ferez at the National Defense University in Washington is the author of The Coming Revolution. He compares Ennahda to the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt or the AKP, the Justice and Development Party, in Turkey.
They want to increase their participation in the political system so that they are included in any government to come. But the real challenge is going to be, once inside that government, once inside the society, are they going to be calling for a full Islamist emirate state, or are they going to be part of the system like the AKP was?
Ian Lesser, an advisor on North Africa to President Bill Clinton in the 1990s, says that is why the situation in Libya is so volatile.
There are many different ways in which Islamism of different kinds could come into play in Libya, from sort of legitimate political forces on the one hand to really quite violent elements interested in international terrorism on the other.
There are others who worry about the threat of Islamic extremism, among them many world leaders.
We do not want to evolve into a dangerous direction with Islamist fundamentalism prevailing in the future of these societies.
This would mean decades of flames and further spread of extremism.
In Egypt, massive protests ended President Hosni Mubarak's 30-year rule and his crackdown on opposition movements, including the Muslim Brotherhood. John Esposito teaches religion and international affairs at Georgetown University.
The Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, for at least about 40 years, since the time of Sadat, has operated within the system as a social and political movement, often delivering social services better than the government. It has functioned under a repressive regime.
Nathan Brown at George Washington University says the Brotherhood has spawned radical movements, but he says it doesn't want to totally disrupt the existing society.
What they say they want is a gradual Islamification of the society. And Islamification defined very, very generally. They just want for people to know more about the religion.
Like the popular uprisings in Tunisia and Egypt, Algerians also took to the streets. Ali Belhaj is one of the two leaders of Algeria's banned Islamic Salvation Front, also known by its French initials, FIS.
The people are not afraid, it is the systems that are afraid. It's a fallacy. They say it's the people who choose, so let the people choose.
The Islamic Salvation Front advocates turning Algeria into an Islamic republic. It was poised to win legislative elections in 1990, but Algeria's backed military government cancelled the vote, sparking a civil war that cost tens of thousands of lives. Again, John Esposito at Georgetown University.
The FIS had come to power multiple times, had been reelected, and were seen as potentially coming to power through a democratic process, not just through one election, but more than one election. When you look at the extent to which in places like Jordan and Kuwait and Turkey and Indonesia and Malaysia, you've had Islamic parties or candidates who've served in parliament and even prime minister of a country. So there is a track record out there.
Past governments in Tunisia and Egypt raised fears of Islamic extremism to partly justify their autocratic rule. But Esposito and other experts say each country is a separate reality. Religion can play a legitimate role in politics as well as have a more extremist agenda. Mariama Diallo, VOA News.